What is up, Force fam? Star Wars Dad back for another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at Mother Talzin Green with the Force. Before we get into today's video, please make sure to join the Discord to check out any upcoming tournaments and just kind of stay up to date with everything Star Wars Unlimited. I think we have another online tournament which is free on November 8th, Saturday, November 8th. I can't remember the time exactly. I have to check the Discord, but that's something you're interested in. Definitely check that out. It's a great way to get experience. And again, it's free to enter. Please make sure to check out my Patreon and support the channel. I really appreciate it. Please make sure to sign up for the 7,000 subscriber giveaway. We're probably giving away 3 planetary bombardment hyperspace foils to 3 lucky winners. And then for today's video, I'll be giving away a hyperspace mall. And just kind of let me know in the comments what decks you've been focusing on building for set 6 and what you are most excited to play. So today we're going to be looking at Talzin, a green version. This is a deck I've messed around with a little bit. One of my Patreon users sent me a list that he was working on, so I just started playing around with it a lot and tweaking it to more of my play style. I think there's a few different ways you could play this. I think you could play like Vader and Timely and the new card Darth Nihilus. I don't know how to pronounce that one. Or you could play more low to the ground like this, which I think it's just more like player preference. I think it could depend on how the meta shifts as well, but I think going more aggressively is always a good way to start off when the meta is changing with new cards. So to get into this list, first we're looking at 3 Owen Lars. I think that's just kind of a standard in Talzin for me, especially when you're playing Krennic. Just to be able to play Krennic and then Owen Lars for free on turn 1 is just a really good start. A couple Hotshot Blaster I still just really like. I like having things that I can smuggle to help me close the game out. I like boosting up Talzin on its flip turn. 3 Karis, 3 Night Sister. The Night Sister could be the new card. It's a 2/4 force unit, but I chose to play the Night Sister just to have a little more consistency with my card draw, and it's also got the when defeated effect for Krennic. The 3 Secret of Sage, of course. The 3 Sith Assassin, which is a new card. It's a 3/2 that is hidden, which is really nice. So a lot of really cheap units to kind of play on turn 1. I think we have, 15 2-drops and then the Owen Lars. So really 18 different cards we can play on turn 1, which is really nice for just getting the Force online and then just kind of making sure to be aggressive. A new card is Knowledge and Defense, which I really like in here so far in testing. It says give a unit -2/-2 for this phase, which synergizes well with Talzin's ability as well as like other cards that you play in this deck, like Talzin's Assassin or even Perilous Position potentially. So just to be able to kind of use Talzin's ability in combination with that and then just draw cards. I just really like that it draws a card no matter what, and I think that just feels like a card that I want to have in here always, just to kind of keep my draws consistent. 3 Power, the couple of Perilous Position just for leaders and just like big threats to shut them down for a turn. 3 Chariot is another personal preference. I just really think Sabine is going to be nuts this set, and I think that just having that strong Sentinel against a deck like that is going to be important. Same thing for the Tyrannus. I just think that's going to be really important against those ground decks. A couple Lom Pike as another card to smuggle. I just really like Lom Pike in Talzin in general. 3 Talzin's Assassin, which is going to be a lot of times for the space units that we can't hit in combination with all of our pieces of removal. A couple Cad Bane, which is a great card as an option to plot for a flip if we can minus something beforehand to get it to 2 or less HP, and then we can flip into Cad Bane, get a 4/5 out, and kill a unit. It's also just a nice card to be able for its one plate effect. Darth Scion is another new one. When played, it says give an experience token to this unit for each enemy unit that was defeated this phase. So you can play this on your 4 resource turn because of Krennic, because of its when defeated ability. I don't think you're going to be able to kill 2 units to get it up to 7 power, because its when defeated ability says if it has 7 or more power, you return this unit to your hand when it's defeated, which is really cool. I think it's a lot more realistic to play it on Talzin's flip turn and make that happen to get to 7 power for this unit. You can do it on 4 resources, but it's going to definitely happen a lot less often just because you have to have the perfect scenario lineup. But on 5 resources, when Talzin flips, you can use the units that you have on board to kill things, and you can use Talzin's ability. Then you can flip Talzin, then attack with Talzin, use the ability, kill something else. So it's very realistic to get it as a 7/7 on the flip turn. So really fun card, just cool. I like that it comes back to your hand, and just early power is always really good. But I mean, even as a 5/5 or a 6/6 on your 4 resource turn is still really strong, especially because you're curving into cards like Overwhelming Barrage and Craving Power. So, which is really nice. I just really like Craving Power in the green decks, just as another way to boost Talzin, and essentially another way to deal with space or big threats. 1 copy of Rival's Fall just for leaders, and then a couple of Maul for those ground leaders, and as a way to close the game out. In the sideboard, we have a 3 top target. Like I said, I think between Sabine and Boba Green, I think aggro is going to dominate early. So top target for me is an additional card to go with Owen Lars as just another way to boost my life total in case things get out of hand. 3 Eager Escort for those space heavy decks. Couple Fell for big threats, and then a couple of Hyperspace Disaster for space heavy decks as well, since we don't play any space units really. But in testing, this deck has felt great. It's a lot of fun to play it. I really like some of the new cards in here. Knowledge and Power, or Knowledge and Defense, like I said, has been really good. Cad Bane's been okay. It has moments where it does good, for sure. I like the Sith Assassin because of its hidden ability, and the Dark Scion is a lot of fun. So definitely one I just wanted to share. I think there's gonna, like I said, there's gonna be multiple ways to play this deck, and it really just depends on player preference. Like I said, you could absolutely go the Vader Timely Intervention line, or you could even play cards like Jar Jar Binks, Chancellor Palpatine, things like that have plot. But I just kind of chose to stick with the Force route, and with getting as many units out as I can early on to be as aggressive as I can. And it's felt good so far. But let's get into a few games here so I can kind of show you what I'm talking about and some of the lines of play and some of these new cards. All right, up against Kylo Yellow here. Yeah, we can keep. It's a little weird. Not sure we want this card, but can always resource this later. I just feel like we want to be lower to the ground. We want like Perilous Position and a lot of our removal. Early cheap Force units are good too, especially shielded ones, so that we can match their units. Okay, so we're gonna go here, Hidden. It's a cool card. Okay. Easy choice there. Okay. Anytime they're using Daring Greater on our units instead of our base is always a win, so I'll take it. Obviously, if we had the initiative, that would have been better, because we could have just taken out their unit, but it is what it is. Could have played Krennic here so we could play this card, which isn't the worst idea, but I actually want Tyrannus, so that I can just fly into Kylo next turn when he flips. That was the thinking there. Oh, wow. Well, isn't that nice? Just to get everything, huh? All right. Why is it not letting me resource a card? We're gonna take Decent amount of damage here. That's fine. Like I said, he had a very strong start there. I'm sorry, what just happened? Oh, so he gave it +2. Okay. So he can kill Chariot here, or we can just fly in with our boy, which is what we're going to do. And take it out. To slow that down. Can just lower his damage output this turn. Claim initiative. Kill Kylo. That's not a bad card. Power of the Dark Side isn't bad either, but I'd say we just do that after we kill. And then we play this. Go face. Deploy. And do our thing. I'm gonna let Perilous Position go this turn. Maybe. I mean, is Darth Scion really doing a lot for us here? It's a good craving power target. We have Talzin's Assassin for anything in space. Yeah, I think that's going to do it for this game, most likely. Yep, good game, good game. Strong start from our opponent. I think the one misplay he had was just not attacking and getting a little greedy and not seeing the Tyrannus coming, but even still, I think we would have been fine because we would have still had Tyrannus on Kylo or just played Chariot for Kylo. Just to slow him down, played the Tyrannus the following turn. Either way, so good game, good game. All right, up against Padme. Yeah, we're going to go first. Krennic. Anytime we have Krennic, I think Cad Bane and probably Perilous, so we can draw some cards here. Get some little bit of card advantage. Cad Bane is a nice flip target as well as craving power. Depending on what our opponent does, we'll either use knowledge or just try to put pressure and go wide. Shielded unit's always good for Tarkintown. Okay, this unit again. Okay. It's a popular unit these days. Pike's a good target. I'd say we go here. Make that a 1/1. Okay. Take that out. All right. Anakin. No force units yet. We're definitely going to try to go double force unit or chart here, depending on what he does. Okay. Kind of want to claim the initiative, so let's just get chart out there. Padme flips on 6. Okay. Craving power, I guess. I think we're gonna attack right into Anakin. Craving Power, yeah. Yeah, Craving Power is definitely the right choice. Rivals Fall is good. I think we're getting into the realm of these other cards are just better. Take out Anakin. What do we got in our resources? Slum Pike is a card. I'm sorry. What did he use to kill us? Oh, Tarkintown. That's fine. So we shall use Talzin's Assassin, I guess? Tyrannus? I think Talzin's Assassin's more impactful. Just to make that not do any damage. Unit removal is sweet. Cool thing about knowledge and defense is it pairs well with Talzin's Assassin, like on 7 resources, to get to like minus 5/5 with Talzin's ability minus 6/6. So for big threats. Okay, that's a card. Okay. Not too worried about 3 damage from a Falcon, because we're going to be able to Craving Power it next turn. Okay. We're going to kill this and minus 1/1 on Falcon. Okay, claim initiative, and then we're going to Craving Power. Not a bad card. If he keeps Falcon out, then we use Craving Power. If he doesn't, yeah, because since we don't have any other pieces of removal like Power of the Dark Side here. It's a 3/8. Can't remember what does Padme does on attack. Okay, that's fine. That's actually the worst use case for Bamboozle, in my opinion, because getting Craving Power back is disgusting. Let's pass, because we know he's trying to do something here, so let's see what he does. I'm more worried about board advantage than I am about putting damage on his base. Okay, that's a card. Ready an exhausted enemy unit. Okay, interesting. Is he just going to claim the initiative here? Or is he going to flip? I'm okay losing Talzin's Assassin. That is fine. I just want to be able to kill Padme. Yeah. So yeah, that's what we're doing here. We're going to take this out and then kill Padme with Talzin's Assassin. Okay. Barrage for 5. Similar effect. Still think I want Secretive Sage. Take 2. If he plays all 6 resources, we claim and do barrage. If he, okay, or that. Probably just gonna claim here. I still can't kill it unless he has coordinates. So he could just... Yeah, we have the force too, so we can just claim. Another assassin, don't need that. So we're just gonna do this. Shield. Take that out. If you play something with 3 HP, we'll use knowledge and defense and then attack him with Talzin. I think we're getting closer to a turn where Darth Sion makes sense. Sure, it's nice. Don't like this card. I'm not as worried about... Barrage here does 7, which is not enough. It's just, I'm not worried about Marin as much. He can, I mean, if he's discarding a card to get a spy token, that's fine. If he trades with something here, I'm totally fine with that too. Okay. Yeah. Surprised he discarded there. Okay. So first we do that. It's trade. Totally fine. Fine with that trade. Basically trying to stall for barrage here. Play turret. And it's another Scion, okay. I don't think we need to. I'd rather do barrage plus Scion here. Kira. Yeah, it doesn't matter because we have barrage and Rivals Fall, so. This is kind of where the game is over. He named Overwhelming Barrage. Tis fine. He played Spare the Target. Okay. Interesting. Get a 6/6 and target. Yeah, good game. Not a good one. A little bit of back and forth there, but we were pretty much in control for most of that game. All right, up against Bail Organa Red. I think we're gonna keep this. The question is, what are we resourcing? Probably Night Sister. Maybe. I'd like to have another force unit though. We play a lot of 1-drops too, so okay, going in space isn't the best, but we do have something for that. Okay, that's a good one. Yeah, we have 2 different things for this. As long as they don't have like Chewbacca, that's like the worst card he could have. Okay. Sure. Good thing we have barrage though. Barrage and Craving Power solve that problem, so. Another good one. Long Pike's not bad here, because it's an immediate barrage target for this. And we know he's going to attack this time because he doesn't want to get screwed out of damage again. Yeah, right. So, could also play Knowledge and Defense, kill Fleet Lieutenant. Yeah. Either way, we're going to miss out on being able to barrage Chewbacca right away. So, or Craving Power. I'm okay with it, though. Yeah, let's get the Long Pike out there. I mean, guessing he's going to possibly flip. So he used Bill Organa for just to delay the action. We can barrage for 6, kill that, and then kill Bill Organa the following turn. Yeah, so we're just gonna do this trade. Craving Power, Chewbacca, and then kill Bill Organa. Okay, so yeah, he's attacking in kind of as expected there. To get in for 4 more damage, or maybe 6 more if he has another Fleet Lieutenant. Okay. For a cause, okay. Trying to think, do we wait to -1/1 something? I don't think so. I think we just go face and put pressure on him at this point. Can -1/1 Bail Organa if he flips Bail Organa. Yep. Okay. Okay. So it gives it 5 plus 5, sure. Make it 4. Get in for 16. Yeah, so maybe it was better to flip. Okay, he just attacked in. Interesting. Wasn't expecting that. Guess he was worried about the Long Pike getting huge, which makes sense. I mean, it's a big threat. Cad Bane's fine to keep in our hand. Getting closer to where Cad Bane plus knowledge is cool, but probably just going to barrage this turn or Tyrannus, depending on what our opponent does. He could have like open fire, I guess, for Long Pike. Is a guess. Is why he did that. Okay. He has something else to do that again. I guess, okay, so now he's going to kill Long Pike. 5, 6, okay. Yeah. But we had the barrage, which we did keep on purpose, to be fair. I did keep that on purpose. Because it did so well last game to have both of those. And like I said, we play so many 2-drops in here, like, we're going to run into 2-drops from our card draw. But in general, This deck has felt pretty disgusting so far. What are we resourcing here? I mean, I don't want to resource Owen Lars. How useful is Cad Bane? I don't know. I think we can let Cad Bane go at this point. I'd rather have a 4 and a 3 this turn and maximize our turn. Potentially. At the very least, play Owen Lars plus one of the other 4 drops, depending on which one makes the most sense. Chirrut comes in handy against the aggressive opponents like Sabine. Okay, yeah. And there it is. I mean, he saved himself a turn there. We're using knowledge and defense to remove any 2 drops that he plays. I think Bale is cool. I think it's just early on, and figuring out the best way to play it is still a work in progress. I mean, I like this way where you draw a card every time, but I'm not sure it's gonna stand against aggressive decks. I don't know. I don't see. Yeah. There's another example of knowledge defense. Put him in a position where a Chirrut was just going to kill him without taking any damage and then get to draw a card, since that's all he was able to do this turn. All right, another knowledge and defense. I think we are done resourcing at this point. Maul is a good finisher. There's another one. I think we can just slam Maul out now. Okay, there's a card. He gets raid too. Sure. Okay, 6-3. We have not found power of the dark side all game, have we? We can just Maul. And good game. Maul for the win with that one bit of overwhelmed damage. But yeah, just another dominant performance by the deck. It's been really good in testing. So definitely give this one a shot if you have not tried out Talzin Green. I think, you know, the little bit of tools that we got, I think Scion is nice in Talzin decks for sure. Didn't get to showcase that today. Knowledge and defense has been really good in Talzin. It's going to come in handy against aggro. It's going to come in handy against control to draw cards. At the very least, we're drawing a card to find different weapons. It's been nice, and it has good synergy with Talzin and Talzin's assassin. Just our units in general. Darth Tyrannus. You know, I think we showed why that card's in here and why it's been nice. But as always, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. But y'all have a good one, and peace out.